the Beauty. My name is Margarita. I'm a cosmetic tattoo artist and I make videos about business, beauty, and permanent makeup. So thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today you're gonna learn about the key differences between microblading and ombre brows. I'm super excited for this video. If you have any questions about microblading or ombre brows, all your questions are gonna be answered today. I'm gonna talk about the process, the tools that are used, the different styles within microblading and ombre brows, the longevity and healing process, as well as who are the techniques best suitable for. So let's get right into it. The process with microblading and ombre brows is pretty similar, except we use different tools. Each appointment starts with the client coming in for a consultation, discussing any concerns, answering any questions, and then we start doing the mapping process. Then we get started with the actual procedure. So with microblading, we do use a blade to create the hair-like strokes. Since we are using a blade, it can be a bit invasive, so microblading is not recommended for people that have sensitive skin. Let's talk about the different styles within the microblading world. The first style is more of a uniform look. With this style, the artist normally follows a hair pattern that they have previously learned and uses it on the client. So you can check out the picture and you can really see what I'm talking about here. The next style we're going to talk about is the fluffy brow look. I'm obsessed with this look. It's so beautiful and it's very popular right now. A lot of people are into the fluffy brow look. With this style, the artist has more creative freedom, and as you can tell, the strokes are more spaced out so we can keep that natural look. This technique heals amazing and I would highly recommend it for anyone that's into the fluffy brow look. They're exactly the same technique, however, it's up to you to choose whatever you like best and to go to an artist that has that similar style that you're looking for. The healing time for microblading is 1 to 2 weeks. Some people go through the healing process within 1 week, others within 2 weeks. It just depends on your body type and how quickly you heal. There's 2 aftercare methods in the industry. There's wet healing and dry healing. I personally like wet healing better. I get my clients to wash their brows 1 to 2 times a day, and then I get them to apply this aftercare gel that I provide them. Both aftercare techniques are great, it's just the artist's preference. Now, the longevity of microblading really depends on your skin type, your aftercare, and your lifestyle. Also, if you're on certain medication, it might affect your retention. So it's important to talk to your doctor and your artist before going through with the procedure because you want the best long-term results. So for microblading, how long does it last? It really depends. Let's say, for example, you have oily skin. Normally for oily skin, microblading doesn't last very long because the oils on your skin break down the pigment much quicker. So we would say normally maybe 6 months to a year. However, if you have dry skin to normal skin, microblading will retain much better. It might last 1 to 3 years. Now, who is this technique best suitable for? Well, we already said sensitive skin is definitely not for microblading, unfortunately. Sorry guys, if you have sensitive skin, I definitely advise you not to go with microblading because it's too invasive and it won't heal very well. You can try nano brows. It looks just like microblading. I'll add a picture, but it's done with a machine, so it's less invasive and much more gentle on the skin. It also lasts much longer. If you have oily skin, you can still get microblading. However, you will need more frequent touch-ups. So if that's something that you want to avoid, again, I'd recommend nano brows or ombre brows. If you have dry skin, congratulations. This is the only time dry skin is good. You can get microblading and you'll have great long-term results. Also, even if you have combination skin, I wouldn't advise you to do microblading unless you really want to. You can give it a try, just because even if you're a little bit oily, the results won't last very long. Microblading will fade much quicker and you will need more frequent touch-ups, which we don't really want. We want to keep the integrity of your skin. All right, so let's move on to ombre brows. My favorite technique. It's, in my opinion, the best technique. So like I said, the process with microblading and ombre brows is pretty similar. We start with a consultation, we shape the brows, we clean them up, and then we start with the procedure. However, with ombre brows, we don't use a blade. We use a machine and a small needle. With this machine, we pack on the color very gentle, very slowly, little by little, and it creates the effect as if you filled in your brows with makeup or powder. And there's also 2 different popular styles within the ombre brow world. So the first style that we're gonna talk about is this one right here. So as you can tell with this style, it looks more as if you filled in your brows with makeup. It's very defined. You can see the definition on the bottom of the brow as well as the top. And with the second style, as you can see here, it's a bit more powdery, a bit more natural. They're both ombre brows. You can call them powder brows as well. The only difference here with this style is that the bottom of the brow is outlined. However, the top of the brow is left very dusty and natural. There's no outline on the top to keep the brow more light and natural. Again, which style you choose is totally up to you. Make sure you do your research and you choose an artist that does that style so you can get your dream brows. The healing time for ombre brows is exactly the same as microblading, 1 to 2 weeks. Again, some people go through the healing process in 1 week and others 2 weeks. During the healing process, you are gonna form tiny little scabs just like microblading, and it's important to let them fall off naturally and not pick them out because you will pick out pigment prematurely, which is what you don't want. The longevity of ombre brows is much better normally than microblading. Even for people that have oily skin, they can see long-term results that retain very well. I would even tell my clients with oily skin that they don't need to come back for a touch-up till maybe 1 to 3 years. If you have dry skin, again, great technique for you. Ombre brows loves everybody. And if you're wondering, I have sensitive skin, will this work for me? Yes, it will. Ombre brows is so gentle on the skin since we aren't actually cutting the skin. We're just gently almost scratching it to layer the color little by little. There's no cutting involved, so it's not invasive like microblading. So people with sensitive skin, you don't have to worry. You can still get ombre brows and expect beautiful long-term lasting results. Alright guys, so that's all for this video. I hope I answered some of the questions that you may have had about the differences between ombre brows and microblading. If you have any more questions, comment down below and let me know. I'm happy to answer them. Or follow me on Instagram and you can message me at ojeda.beauty. Make sure you subscribe. I'm coming out with new videos every Sunday, and hit the bell notification button so you don't miss out on any videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!